At this point, let me introduce Johnny. Johnny is our architect. He's from IBI Group in Toronto, international architect. Johnny is an expert in high-rise developments. And let me turn it over to you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, members of the meeting. My name is Johnny Lia. I'm a director of design for the IBI Group. I'm based in Toronto, but IBI is a global organization. In fact, the architectural group is the 6th largest architectural firm in the world. My group in particular is responsible for approximately 10,000 residential units every year. Most of them, I would say about 85%, are located in high-rise, mixed-use residential buildings. Our experience goes back a long time, and over many years we developed certainly an expertise, and we enjoy a great market position in terms of the residential product. Over time, we also develop a concept that our building are not going to follow a specific trend. From experience, we know that trends comes and goes. Buildings tend to age very quickly over time. We develop certainly a concept for a timeless architecture. We believe that every site is quite unique. We believe that there's always a context that we have to be aware of, whether it's heritage, whether it's landscaping. So every one of our products is specifically tailored and to a setting, to a specific setting. In terms of our relationship with the Green Organization, we go back a long time. Jeff, in introduction, mentioned the Chaz. I was the architect for the Chaz building in Toronto. It's a very similar building. It's 47-story height, more or less 500 units. It's been very, very successful in the market. It's being completed about a year ago, and it's fully occupied. Again, it's located in the downtown area of Toronto, very prestigious, with heritage components attached to it. So we certainly know from experience how to develop this quite complicated mix of elements, including the site, the architecture, the build form. We also know that there are certain ingredients. It's not just the design. There is a critical mass. There is urban design consideration. There is local elements in the architecture, the vernacular architecture. All these elements have to be they're ingredients, as I said, that makes ultimately for a successful project. So all these elements have been certainly taken into consideration, and they will become eventually part of the final product. What you're going to see tonight is not the final design. That's something that will come later. What we're proposing is, again, a footprint of a program that we know is going to work. Again, this critical mass relationship between parking and number of units, relationship with the streetscape, all these elements have been incorporated in the preliminary drawings that you see tonight. They are not going to address, certainly now, the architecture per se, the aesthetic of the building, but it wants to be a placemat. We believe it's going to be a successful project. It's an incredible opportunity. The site itself, the context, the setting is something that we feel is going to create an iconic building, an iconic development for this. If I can have the first slide, please. So this is the canvas we were given to work with. This is the park design. We certainly identified the corner, which is the focal point at the end of Dora Street, as the perfect location for the build form. Early in this stage, we discussed with some of your consultants how you place the massing within the site. We discussed about a flat building, whether you have a horizontal articulation or you just go vertical. And the vertical expression certainly has advantages in terms of the viewpoint, creating an iconic building and something that can be seen at the end of Dora Street. And on the other hand, the vertical expression free up a lot of the frontages along the street. We do want to maintain street frontages. Street definition is important. Creating animation along the street is important. But we believe that certainly there are many ways to do it, and that's what we're proposing tonight. So this is a site plan. This is the proposed footprint of the building. The height component is the beige area highlighted. That's the the higher shot of the building. The typical floor plate is approximately 10,000 square feet. So we're proposing approximately 46 stories. The podium housing the parking is approximately 6 stories and is delineated by this heavy flat line along the perimeter. There is an additional extension of 1 story, which is flanking the southern portion of the park, and is reestablishing a frontage along Dyer Street. Again, one of the criteria in terms of urban design was to establish a very strong podium, and establishing along the edges along Dyer Street and along the park animated frontages. We envision retail, we envision cafes, we envision certainly a retailer that can skill their activities on the outside, creating animation and street vitality. So we try to address certainly the street frontages in the park with this type of architecture. There will be opportunity along Lawrence Street for the entry point to the proposed development. We internalize services, garbage pickup, loading bays, and in terms of the parking. So it will be away from the pedestrian rail, away from the park, and it's not going to interfere with the corridor views proposed by the master plan. Again, as you can see, the orientation of the podium is respectful of the Torrance Street corridor view, so no impediment to the view corridor to the south. On the other hand, we build the tower in such a way that it's going to become an iconic building, it's going to become a focal point in the area of the street. It's going to be set back, the higher portion of the podium. The podium is a 6-story, and 1 story is going to be more in keeping with the scale of the mid-rise across the street, and more in terms of urban pedestrian scale. So, in terms of the extent and descent of the podium, we're suggesting that this current scheme is approximately 55% of the frontages of the original parcel of land, and it's still clearing the very important pedestrian connection from the block to the west. So this original pedestrian connection is being maintained. The podium is set back respectfully, and again, we're expecting that between this pedestrian corridor and our detailed podium, there will be opportunity for cafes, outdoor activities, to animate the pedestrian railings leading to the park and to the beach. The proportion, the size of the footprint, I'm going to show later, the parking plan is dictated by very simple mathematical calculation in our expertise, the number of cars that will be required to make this project successful. So it's something that the physical scale of the podium is going to become critical to support the scale of this building. We try to make it as compact as possible, as efficient as possible. We try to skew the podium in such a way that we're going to provide also for the future development to the west oblique views towards the park and the river. So this 1-story podium is establishing a low-level street edge, but the high portion, the 6-story, is designed in such a way that we're going to guarantee views and we're going to be respectful of the certainly oblique views towards the rest of the park. And the next slide. This is a ground floor plan. Again, we're showing the retail. The retail is wrapping around most of the frontages facing the streets, in the corner as well. Again, great opportunity for artwork or some kind of outside patio, lobby, the main tower, and a secondary entrance. Minimize again the access points to the residential component and try to maximize all the street frontages for potential retail use, especially along the park, along the street. All the back of the house is going to be internalized and it's coming off the last leg of the street. Again, I envision certainly pedestrian connection and improvement to the Lawrence Street leg, facilitated pedestrian flotation. That's slide. Again, we certainly try to maximize the This is a relatively efficient floor plate. The core supporting a high-rise tower is quite complicated in nature, it requires some transfer. So everything is being taken in consideration. And we came up with this plan, which is going to provide approximately 60 to 65 cars per level. And it's going to be certainly, in our opinion, sufficient to provide parking opportunities for the program as a teacher. So again, we had the opportunity in the past few months to coordinate and exchange opinion with some of your members and some of your consultants, and it was a very positive experience. This is really the result of all that discussion and dialogue. We believe that, in our opinion, we addressed some of the concerns that were raised after the last meeting. I believe the new corridors from North Street have been retained. I believe the concern about the frontages have been addressed. The pedestrian connection to the park will be maintained, and the views from the development to the west certainly have been maintained. So we really we feel that this is going to be done certainly in an iconic building. There are all the ingredients, the relationship to the park, the new corridor to the North Street, adjacent to the university, adjacent to the transit system, downtown. This is the perfect site for development of the space around the street. So we thank you for another opportunity to present one of the proposal. And we're very excited. I believe that this is really a great opportunity, and I believe we can make this a very successful. That's the end of my presentation. If you have any questions.